Hey, what's up everybody? So today we are working on the Civic. You can see I already have it up on the ramps. I've already pulled the spark plug wires off. Just kind of do a quick walk around. Now here's something interesting. We did blow the head gasket and you can see the coolant mixed in there with the oil. That's like the telltale sign that you blew a head gasket, or something to do with, your head cracking, anything like that, where coolant is now able to get into where the oil goes. So, yeah, the goal today is, like I said, to get this head gasket off. We're going to be starting by removing this cover here. Then we'll remove the valve cover, move the exhaust covers, undo the intake manifold, undo the exhaust manifold, undo this bracket, undo everything that mounts to the motor, pick the head up, and replace the gasket. So yeah, we'll show you as often as I can, step by step. As of right now I am working alone, but I should have a buddy to help me out later, so that then we'll be able to do a little bit better filming, where maybe one of us can film while the other works, or something like that. So yeah, but for now, yeah, that's really it. We should just be taking this apart and getting it put back together. All right, see you guys later. So right now we are working on getting the power steering bracket off, and we already took off the exhaust manifold. Let's see. Let me see if I can get it loaded. Yep, there we go. So we already took off the exhaust manifold. We didn't actually, most of the studs came out as if they were bolts, which is always a fun thing to happen. So upside to that is we didn't have to disconnect the rest of the exhaust to get it to hang free and out of the way. So that part's cool. And then we're going to work on getting the intake manifold off on this side. Work on getting that power steering bracket off, just because it connects both to the bottom block and the head. And yeah, we'll check back in when that's all done. Alright, so now what we're doing is we took the valve cover off. The intake manifold still needs to come off. But we're getting it top dead center. You can see we're taking that screwdriver and go.
I think that's it. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. Perfect.
Paint job?
So now it's top dead center. So we're gonna finish taking out the bolts on that back there.
2 marks are horizontal now, so that's right.
So all we want to do is line up the belt with where we're going to take it off.
Right on top, like dead center.
And then we're gonna line this up. We're marking it. We're using nail polish because why not?
Look good?
Yep. Looks good to me. All right. All right, everybody. One more step down. Well, a couple more steps down. So you can see this is what our cylinder, or the bottom block, looks like, with all that coolant oil mixed in there. Everything else looks good, like the piston. Like you can even see that piston looks pretty good. Yeah, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to sand down the top of this a little bit, get all that old gasket pieces off. Then we got to clean up the head. Oh, there we go. Got to clean up the head because obviously this is nasty too. We'll clean everything out, and then we'll put the new gasket on. So you could kind of, let's see if the remainder of the gasket kind of is obvious on here. Yeah, the remainder of the gasket you could see right here.
That's where it failed, right there.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, right there?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, you're totally right. So, as you can see, The motor's still in good shape, and that's because we immediately took it off the road once it started, you know, pouring blue smoke out. This thing blew as I like pulled into the parking lot of my work, and my work is like 15 minutes from my house. So once it blew, it only had a 15-minute drive from my job to my house in order to, you know, get it. And we made sure it didn't overheat during that drive. So we aren't doing things the 100% correct way. We're not getting the head plane, but we have a system for kind of avoiding that. Plus, like I said, nothing overheated or anything, so the head shouldn't be too scorched or too warped. Everything looks good from just visual inspection, so we're gonna maybe do a couple quick measurements and then you know, double check that it definitely doesn't have to be planed, and yeah, then we'll put it all back together. So see you guys on the next step. All right, so we forgot to show you the actual cleaning process, but we cleaned the bottom of, you know, we cleaned the head gasket off both the block and the head, and then we torqued everything down, as you can see. Of course.
Don't bend it. Yeah, don't bend it.
Yeah, hold that for me. Everything's torqued down like that. That's how a torque wrench works. When you hear that click, you know it's good. So we just finished torquing everything down to spec. There was 2 rounds to it, so we torqued it to what it was
22 and then 49.
22 and then 49 foot-pounds, and now it's just putting on the rest of the gaskets, putting everything back together, and then we'll be able to start it back up. See, our marks are still good for the timing, and you know, half our studs came out as bolts, but who cares? They'll go back in right. Yeah, so we connected everything except for the spark plugs and the fuel, and what's it called? So now we're just gonna crank it over and watch everything that just shoot out. So go for it. Yeah? Oh, okay, we're done. That's it. Nothing really shot out, so that's a pretty good sign. All right, so now we have the what's it called? We're flushing out the radiator and all the crap that was in there.
You want more of this?
So yeah. So you could see that there's still a little bit. All we're putting in right now is water because, like I said, we're trying to just flush it out. Oh, got a little bit steamy. All right.
It's still draining.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you want to keep pouring more in there.
So as you can see, as it drains out, we just pour more in.
Yeah, you don't want to suck in any air because then you're going to get air bubbles. It's going to be a bad time. Pretty sure Colin shot out though because he had one of them, the cap was like attached to the hose. So that's right where it's all pressure.
So we're just gonna keep doing this until it gets clean, and then I'll show you where we're at when that happens. Done. All right, so yeah, we're all set here. We'll get in this car, start it up, get my non-Honda key because the ignition switch was changed, and let's turn these dash lights on. You can see coolant temp is doing good. Everything's idling right. And it doesn't even smoke. Look at this. Look at this. No smoke coming out the exhaust anymore. So we're all good to go. Did the head gasket. It was first time ever doing a head gasket, and it was about, let's see, 5 hours, 5-6 hours of actually working on the car. And as you can see, it's now running and it's good to go again. And still got, it's all dented up fender, but it's lit.